Hi there, myself Rajveer Singh. So today I will be talking about settler colonial occupation, that how they used power to legalize the violation of human rights and criminalized the restraint against such aggression. So if I talk about the examples, there are so many real life examples around us in the globe. So uh, I chose two for my topic, which is one is from Canada, the residential schools. Another one is from Australia, that how British people forced Australian indigenous people in Australia. So let's talk about the first one. The first one is residential schools. As we all know, uh, indigenous people were the first people who came in Canada, and firstly they were the one who came here, and after that European community came here. They established in early 19th century. They established residential schools, and they forcefully put indigenous people's children in residential schools and forced them to adopt Western culture instead of their traditional culture. And they labeled them as a dress. They had a special dress code for them, like which clothes they should wear and which not, and in which they cannot even decide their hairstyle, hairs, like how they hair they had to cut their hairs like shorts, and they cannot go to their parents. So basically they separate both children and their parents from each other, and they never let them meet parents with their children, and they kept them in a residential school and tried to adopt them, tried to convert them in a Christian. So basically that's what they were doing, and they were trying to adopt for Western culture to the indigenous people. And like in study in 2015, 150 bodies were found underneath the church of Colonial. We can imagine that, how many things indigenous people went through, all over the years. It's not very old history. It's from earlier century, 19. Even though everyone know that it's a violation of human rights of indigenous people, but nobody did nothing, as they were in the power. And even after so many years, the last residential school were closed in 1983. It's not very far, it's 50 years ago. They were still running the residential schools in Canada, even though everyone knew that how they forced indigenous people to adopt other culture. So nobody did nothing as they were in the power, so they used their power to legalize uh, legalize the human right violation. So the second example which I'm gonna talk about is indigenous people from Australia. I mean, these both are like kind of same, but they are different. In it, when British have established their colony in Australia, they used their power. Uh, they used their power to rule over the indigenous people and rule them. Uh, there are few laws. The first one is like Abnormal Protection 1869, in which like they indigenous people didn't have any right to express themselves uh, and they took their children from them and said that you cannot take care of your children and themselves, so they forced their children to do the labor thing. They stole their children from indigenous people, though this is called stole generation. So the another example that I'm gonna talk about is from 1905 called Abno called Indigenous Abnormal Aborigines Act. I guess I don't know the correct pronunciation. Sorry. Basically, in which they didn't even they weren't allowed to live in like live how they want to live. They were forced to live in camps, and if someone tried to go against them, they like kill them, even though they killed so many indigenous people, cause nobody did nothing, cause they have the whole power. So that's why they were ruling the Australia and killing lots of indigenous people who try to express their thoughts. Like, um, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.